In the sleepy town of Amstetten, behind a neatly painted home, lived a man with a basement. But not the kind that holds tools or old furniture. No, Josef Fritzl's basement held his daughter and the 7 children he fathered with her. The man who built a prison for his blood. Welcome to Last Alibi, where lies linger and silence speaks louder than words. Josef Fritzl was born in 1935, raised by a mother he'd later describe as the best woman in the world, before locking his own daughter underground. But his facade of an ordinary engineer masked a deviant mind. In 1967, he was convicted for rape, yet somehow, quietly, the world moved on. 15 years later, his slate wiped clean by Austrian law, Fritzl began building his greatest project yet. A dungeon beneath his house. Elizabeth was 18 when she disappeared in 1984. Fritzl told his wife she'd run away to join a cult. What he didn't say was that he'd imprisoned her under 7 locked doors, one electric, all soundproof. And for the next 24 years, he'd rape her thousands of times, fathering 7 children in that concrete tomb. 3 children, Lisa, Monica, and Alexander, were raised above ground, adopted by Fritzl and his wife. But 3 others, Felix, Stefan, and Kirsten, were never allowed to leave. They lived in darkness, never saw the sky, never knew what the sun felt like. One infant died after birth. Fritzl burned the body in a furnace, without a name, without a grave. Kirsten, aged 19, fell critically ill. Fritzl panicked. He brought her to a hospital, claiming she was a foundling. But the doctors were suspicious. She was malnourished, her teeth rotten, skin pale. Something didn't add up. Police traced the story to the Fritzl home, and then Elizabeth emerged, pale, thin, silent. She uttered 6 words that shattered the world.
I am the mother of Kirsten.
Josef Fritzl faced charges of rape, incest, murder by neglect, and enslavement. He pled guilty to all. The footage of Elizabeth's testimony was so devastating, the courtroom wept. Fritzl was sentenced to life imprisonment in 2009. He now rots in a psychiatric facility, forgotten by the world, but never forgiven. Elizabeth and her children were given new identities. She now lives in seclusion, rebuilding a life stolen for decades. Her greatest victory? Freedom. Her greatest wound? Time. We often think monsters hide in shadows, but sometimes they live next door. Josef Fritzl engineered a prison not with bricks alone, but with manipulation, secrecy, and silence. His crime reminds us that systems fail when suspicion is silenced, when justice is delayed, and when victims go unheard. And yet, Elizabeth's survival is a story of defiance. She did not break, she did not disappear, she endured. And that's a legacy he can never touch. This has been Last Alibi. Subscribe for more stories they tried to bury, but we dig up.